Hello best friends, Christian O here. I would love it if you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. In this video, I found you 10 different fragrances that you can buy 2 of them. It'll be under $99. This video is packed with information, and it also selects stuff from brand new 2020 Dolce Gabbana, some 2019 Boss bottled stuff you might have never heard of, and a fragrance I just found out about coming up right after this that smells like Chanel Allure Homme. We're going to start with Dolce Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum Intense 2020. Shout out to Perfumes with Pat, Viewer of the Day. This fragrance came out just back in January. I don't know how many people have actually got the bottle and actually tested it on their skin. I've only heard reviews from people who had those little samples, or maybe they were in the store and they were able to spray it. I don't think that's fair to give this full judgment yet. However, the fragrance did last 5 hours solidly on my skin. It's got the DNA of the famous Dolce Gabbana The One, but it's not your typical. So what happens when you smell this type of fragrance? You're thinking, oh yeah, Dolce Gabbana The One, it's going to be intense. It's going to be my favorite fragrance that I wear. And it's bottled up just like it. And then it's not like that. It opens up fruity and sweet, and it's different than that. And you automatically go off on it because you're upset, shocked. It's a new thing. That's how lots of fragrances I've ever tried that are brand new, or especially flankers, fragrances that are sequels to Hall of Fame fragrances. They upset me when I first smell them, and I go back and test them and day after day, and they're not bad. This one is fruity mixed with the sweet cardamom note, and it's got a dry down of neroli amber. It's got this green hints back in the background from the citrus. It's very, very versatile. It's very masculine. It's sexy. Leather notes are in it. You can use this in formal events, office settings, everything you can use this in, but not summertime. Longevity was 5 to 6 hours, 3 hours projection. Compliments will do good with this fragrance. Price value is about $60. I put the links down below. It's kind of hard to find in the U.S. Some myths about buying fragrances, though, I wanted to tell you about. When you go to the store, they always say, here's some coffee beans. That doesn't always work, because basically when you are olfactory overdose, you are smelling the alcohol. And here's a couple more tips I'm going to give you right after I talk about Touche. This is a brand new fragrance that's by Rue Broca. Rue Broca makes this famous fragrance that came out earlier in the year called Are You Serious?, which is a delicious clone of Creed Aventus with a fresh pineapple opening, and it lasts a huge amount of time. We're not talking about this in this video. I'm just telling you what fragrance company this is from, and this is compared to Club de Nuit Intense. Man, it's right up there. Batter number 2 or 3 right with them. They might have been made in the same factory. Who knows? Back to Touche. This one here has got black currant and some oriental spices, musk, cinnamon even. And when you smell this, I just grabbed it and I said, wow, this smells famous, Touche. And I thought it was Chanel Allure. And then smelling them back to back, I said, this one's got a little bit more sweetness, probably from the vanilla that's in it. So I picked out this, and you could almost not tell the difference. Allure Homme Sport Extreme. It's more sporty. Now maybe you will know what fragrance is. Very familiar fragrance. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe you'll buy this. It's only $27. The links are down below. Another fragrance that smells like a famous fragrance that's great for this year that I found is called Modeste Une. It smells spitting image to this. Sauvage, lasts just as long, projects like a beast mode. You can barely spray 3 times if you dare to. Next up, we have Boss the Scent Intense, and right after that, I've got the hidden gem of the day by a guy, a fragrance reviewer on YouTube, says this fragrance lasted him 48 hours and it only cost $37. But back to Boss the Scent Intense. This is a coffee bean and maninka fruit with intense vanilla, kind of boozy type wild fragrance with cacao. It's a chocolatey, powdery scent, but it's really sexy. Great for all types of weather, colder weather, and you get lots of compliments with it, and it lasts a decent time. One of the better fragrances from the Boss bottled. Okay, this is Boss the Scent. They have Private Accord. They have all kinds. This is called the Scent Intense. Just so you know, the links are all down below. Now here's the fragrance that the YouTuber said lasted him 48 hours. It comes in this box. It's called Oud Aldiwan. It's like a niche fragrance, and he said it smells like something very, very famous called Amouage Epic, man, which I've never smelled. Basically, this is an Egyptian leather fragrance. It's got pink pepper and geraniums and myrrh, M-Y-R-R-H. It's got a little bit of patchouli and oud wood. It's very long lasting. I didn't get 48 hours, but I didn't test it like he did. He did a full 1 week test on it. He put it on his clothes and everything. I was getting 8 to 12 hours strong consistently with this fragrance. So it does have incense and leather in it too to make it even more masculine. Now the next fragrance is going to be by Christian Dior, and it's called Homme, and a 3.4 bottle is about $60 on eBay if you find a tester, $80 brand new in this box, and you can definitely find these 1.7s for $40, $50. And this is a very daring boss type fragrance. By daring, I mean it's got some feminine notes, it's got some iris in it, it's got some leather and cacao. Again, remember cacao from this fragrance? It's sophisticated, casual, boss type fragrance. You wear a suit with it. And this one here I can only spray one time because the combination of all those notes, it's so strong when you first spray it, and it lasted strong 5 hours, and then it dissipates. But it's like full force, full speed, the pedal to the metal for 5 hours. So that's a difference. Some fragrances can last 8 hours and they wean away. This one just go all in third, fourth gear, 5 hours long. And it's a not bad fragrance. Next up we have Boss Bottled Intense Eau de Parfum. This is from the Boss Bottled line. You see how low this is? I almost drank this stuff. I sprayed it so many times. Boss Bottled Intense is sandalwood and fresh cut apple and gentle green and orange notes is what you think of. It's spicy and sweet all together. It's very, very long lasting. It's fresher than it looks. This kind of looks like some old man looking fragrance, but it's not. It's a sexy 8 hours, huge scent trail fragrance. It's called Boss Bottled Intense. Came out in 2015. Sliced apple, cinnamon, and vanilla. It's all mixed together. I always say apple spice and everything nice when you wear this fragrance. The next one is Boss Bottled from 2019. Boss Bottled from 2019 is called Boss Bottled Infinite. Now this fragrance, people are saying smells like Parfums de Marly Sedley. Sedley, how do you say that? I've never even smelled this Sedley. I wish I could. And I looked up the notes of this and found out that this Boss Bottled Infinite, don't get confused with Tonique. This is Infinite, pretty cool color. It's almost a lavender color. Smells like Kenneth Cole Reaction. It's got similar notes. Has apple, melon, patchouli, and sandalwood. The Kenneth Cole Reaction has apple, patchouli, sandalwood, and melon, same as this fragrance. This is very unique, a dark aquatic. Have you ever heard of a dark aquatic fragrance? It's for all ages, businessmen. It's got something called linalool. Linalool is a synthetic jasmine instead of expensive jasmine, so you're getting this at a decent price because jasmine is so expensive in fragrances. It's got a nice floral spice to it going on. It's got a coumarin note. Coumarin gives it, and the way they produce the notes in this fragrance, the coumarin gives it some vanilla nuances, a nice vanilla taste. This is very good for getting compliments. It's so easy. Longevity will be 4 hours. It is an eau de parfum, and the projection is moderate. Now I want to hear from you guys. By the way, have you ever been to the store and they say, what kind of fragrance do you like? And you say, I want something not so strong. Well, you know what you're telling yourself? Really, what you're doing is trying to find out something that you don't want, some fragrances that you don't like. Just off the rant here, this John Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider, there's two kinds, it's very much hyped about, and it is a very good fragrance. But if you are the average person who just started in fragrances, you will not like this. It's boozy, leathery, dark fragrance, and people, even my friends on eBay that actually sell these fragrances, this particular one, the other one too, the Dark Rebel Rider, people bought it and said, this fragrance stinks, because people are blind buying on eBay like crazy, because people on other blogs and websites are commending this. It is a commendable fragrance. It does last long, and it's like very boozy, but it's not blind buy worthy and not for a beginner fragrance person. Most of the fragrances on this list are slightly advanced to put you in the game. The ones that we just talked about. And this one is very, very complicated. If you were to smell that at first swim, you would probably not like it if you're not used to these fragrances. The most easiest one to wear would probably be the Are You Serious, the Touche, and the Boss Bottled This one here might be the easiest one. I want to hear from you. What are some, if you were to recommend 2 fragrances to your best friend, now we're going to comment down in the comments below. What would those 2 fragrances be? Comment down below, trying to build a list so people that come on here that are new to fragrances will find out, what do I buy? I'm new to fragrances. So what would you recommend 2 fragrances under $99 that you could recommend to your best friend? Peace and love.